to spend a few days in the Big Bend area. So it's my birthday trip, and these guys decided to join because they live full-time on the road now.
Haha.
Super jealous. All right, but Mariah here has never been up Christmas Mountain.
I have not.
So that's our first task, is to knock that off the list.
And see if the Sprinter can make it up it.
Yeah.
Make it up it.
Make it up it.
There'll be a few tight turns there, so
We shall see.
let's get after it. I feel like I need one of those just to throw on the back of the GX. I'm here for it.
Echoes, whispers under stones. Centuries, countless miles to run. Into the start, pieces to parts, beats to a drum, perfect by design. Finding our way, breaking through grey, shadow the flame, pathways intertwined. Take, dormant awake, waterfall wine, stillness in the waves. Circles in time, connecting lines, fate twists and turns, how the heart behaves. Sky
We're headed down from the saddle, Christmas Mountain, and we got to kind of book it down the mountain. We got a little bit of a late start this morning, so we're trying to get the key back by noon, which is part of the whole shtick. You got 2 time slots, so we just gotta get down there quick so I can get the key turned in, because they do have another group coming up this afternoon. But it never disappoints, that's for sure. Man, if I got time later in the week, I may come back up here. But we are off. We're gonna take the back way through the ranch, past Mel's place. Mel was gonna join us this morning, but she woke up not feeling so great, so she opted out. We'll hit her up once we get back to the ranch headquarters and see how she's feeling. Maybe see if she's down for doing some lunch. And then we're off to Big Bend Ranch State Park. That'll be fun. Got the key turned in, only a few minutes late. A couple that was going up after us, it was their first time up, so I'm excited for them. It's always a pleasure the first time, but that view never gets old. We're going to take the back way into town, around through the ranch, and see the back way into town, through the ranch. Mariah's never been that way, so Brandon wanted to show that to her, and I'm excited for it because it's a really, really good route. And off the main drag we go, and here we go. All the times I've driven through here, I never noticed those before. Melanie said she's feeling better, so we're gonna drop in on her, especially since this little back route takes us right past her front door. So drop in on her, maybe, if she's up for it. We'll go into Terlingua and grab a beer. Mel's place over there. Go pop in, see what she's up to. If you haven't watched any of the previous videos where we were at Mel's place or talked about Mel's place or something like that, I'm about to show you why she has the best spot in Terlingua Ranch. And if you're gonna primitive camp out here, she's on Airbnb. Go look her up. I'll put a link in the description. This is why Mel's place is the best. That framed view of the Chisos Basin is perfection. This is also one of the great things about Mel's place. It said it had really good proximity to town. So I'm about, I don't know, a minute outside of her driveway right now. And then there is town, like right on the other side of that little hill over there. So it's 3 to 4 minute drive to the gas station and little restaurant and that kind of stuff. And then you can jet off into Terlingua. So, yeah. It is perfect, and like I said, if you're doing primitive camping out here, she's working on getting a shower installed right now. So by the time this video's out, that'll probably be done. And there's a little casita that she has there, and yeah, it's a phenomenal place to stay if you're out here. So you can get to the highway quick if you're going to be doing day trips into the park. It's awesome. Definitely 10 out of 10. Well, we got to chill with Mel at DB's barbecue for a little bit. Had a good visit, and we are headed over to the Barton Warnock Visitor Center for Big Bend Ranch State Park to get checked in so we can get over to our campsite, Guale 1. I'm super excited about it. I heard a lot of good stuff about this campsite. Hopefully that does not disappoint. Got checked in at the Barton Warnock Visitor Center for Guale 2. And we are gonna stop off at the gas station in Lajitas, top the van off. I've still got a full auxiliary tank, and most of a main tank, so I'm not too worried about me. I'm gonna put a little bit of air in the tires while they're getting gas though, because we've got a pretty long haul on highway and they're already aired up, so that'll let me kind of hammer down until we get back on dirt. Send it. Hey, while that's airing up, you gonna go see the mayor?
$6.09 a gallon.
How much?
$6.09.
Woo! That's spicy, but we are out in the middle of nowhere, so.
Yep.
I'm gonna vote for Clay. Looks like we need to add some stickers, Brandon. Come all the way down here. To there. There may be an issue with one of the cabinets in the van, so we're going to stop and check that out real quick. Either way, we're getting to camp after dark, but aside from the Caterpillar over there. Well, I am solo for the night. Brandon and Mariah were driving their van up the washboard road getting to Big Bend Ranch State Park and started having a cabinet come loose in the Revell. So they opted to play it safe because that is their home, not just a toy. So they are headed back over to stay closer to Studi Butte. And I am going to continue on to Guale 2. And I'll be out here solo. So tomorrow I think I'm gonna roll through the park a little bit here, see what I can find, and then kind of decide if I'm staying over here for another night or if I'm gonna go ahead and head towards the national park. So we'll see how that goes. On to Guale. It's starting to get dark, so we'll see what we can see with the light force powering the way. Well, we are now on Guale Road, and this is a far sight different from the main park road. One of the ladies at the visitor center where we checked in had suggested I stay on the main park road and swing out a little bit further for the sake of coming out onto Guale Mesa at night instead of taking Oso Loop into this road. So I have a feeling it is because the other side coming in is probably a little bit more technical. Although, you see, I say that and then I pull up to this crap. We're just gonna take that straight on. Yeah, that is just fine. It's going to be a little bumpy and rocky here for a while. So I have 7.4 miles of this. Fun! All right. I'm holding the camera level. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's mo better. Oh, hey there, sign. Thanks for the info. I don't know if that's going to come out on camera or not, but it is a very steep, winding road ahead. And we're crooked again. This is kind of fun, though. I'm not in a hurry to get there, because it's already dark anyway, so it's kind of like, what does it matter? But this is where having the combination of lockers to make you feel better, though I haven't engaged anything other than my center diff yet. Wow. And lights. Lights definitely help with stuff like this. Because, well, here, let's see, if I were to turn off all of those, yeah, that's my high beams. All right, this is the downhill that would have probably been nerve-wracking with the van. Because there's no good way to not end up feeling like you're gonna flip over here. It's not, okay, maybe not as bad as that. So this is part of the problem with off-road lights at night, to me. God, that's bright. Oh, that was down, okay. This, to me, is part of the problem of off-road lights at night. Is sometimes they accentuate shadows and make things look way scarier than they actually are. Scarier. They make some of the washouts and off-camber areas look much more dramatic. And then when you actually get into them, it's just like, it's not that bad. I am very crooked right now, but, you know. So, wow, this is fun. Like that, right there. Looks so dramatic, but really not that bad. when you keep seeing things in the road and you're not sure whether you should continue. This is obviously buried pipe, but you can see how in the shadows that looks sharp. So I dodged it on the other side. I'm guessing this is maybe old water infrastructure from when this was still a ranch, but yeah. Better safe than sorry. Well, this is definitely going to get a little scrapey. Gutentite. And it looks like we're driving into a wash, so that's cool. After the adventure of driving through the dark, I finally made it to my campsite at Guale 2. Join me on the next episode as we take in the scenery of Big Bend Ranch State Park and traverse across the region that is Big Bend country. Until then, get out.